There is still stuff going on with Nano Banana because it got even better with the next version of Gemini. So, Nano Banana is powered by Gemini, and we'll be talking about how we can build marketing assets faster with Nano Banana, and I'll showcase some other things as well. So, we know there's this 3-second rule. And actually, everybody, it is a whole lot less on TikTok. So I work with a lot of influencers, and TikTok, it's 0.06 seconds is all you've got in TikTok. All right. So 3 seconds is pretty generous, but do know that most of the views that people will make this decision whether or not you're giving them anything of value or interest or answering a question for them. So if anything, we've learned over the last 3 months that people are changing the way they're searching. They are looking for answers. They're not just searching randomly, and there's very personalized requests there. No search question is the same as the other, especially as we ask in full sentences and full questions. So when we look at this and knowing how fast our brain actually processes information, and that if it's not crisp and clear, we may just see it as unprofessional, or we don't, some of us are very patient towards that, but if the sound quality is horrible or it doesn't even speak to what we have interest of, then we're not going to pay any attention to it. So we know that people are looking for the real, the authenticity of everything here, right? So how can we do that more quickly when we as entrepreneurs and business owners are pulled all different directions, all of the different roles that we have, right? So when you think about production costs too, that's something pretty hefty. I was helping a business with a photo shoot. So I work with a brand strategist often. She's out of Florida. She works with higher end luxury brands. So they do photo shoots, but every now and again she'll work with a small business. This happened to be a very small business, a startup. He'd only been in existence for about 3.5, 4 months. He had to do a photo shoot with some of his product on some models. And so he was able to secure the model, one cost, the venue, another cost, the photographer, the lighting, and the photographer's time. That alone started at $4,000. So if you think about that, it's a hefty cost that we have to put up front. And with us small businesses, cash flow is king. And if we can't see that return on investment, or even if we make 5,000 but we spend 6,000, that doesn't mean that we're profitable. So how can we do things that make sense for us? Now, am I recommending at all that we actually in any way go with what AI does instead of a human being? Not at all. Not at all. And the reason I say that is because there are so many costs and steps involved in creating something that often, if we can shortcut that and have it help us spend the time better, that will save us when we get to the professional. So when I wield a tool like Nano Banana or like Gemini Omni, Google Vids, or VO3, when I'm wielding tools like that, those are video tools, so video creation tools. Nano Banana is more of the photo tools or the graphic tools. When I'm wielding tools like that, I am not an expert at that. I'm the data geek, data nerd. Okay, that's really my strength and my superpower. But I have sons that are involved in cartoon animation, game animation, 3D rendering. They know art and percentage of light and shadowing much more than mama does. And because of that, what they do when they wield this tool is beautiful. I am good to take something that usually is a stick figure if I want a logo, and I'm going to create that and give them a stick figure. And now AI will at least help me say it better than my little stick figure. But it still looks like a stick figure, even my final work compared to my boy's final work. So you see the difference there. So what we know is visual trust is important. So we need to be able to see that people are real. We even want to know now whether or not this is AI generated, right? We want to know that. And I don't know if you saw that in Google I/O yesterday, but Synth ID, which Google launched, which is a watermark, so you don't see it's a viewable watermark on all AI generated items, now makes it easier for people when they go even into search, you can circle and tap and see whether or not that was made with AI, so that helps keep it clear what's a real photo and what's not. We want to see good visuals. We also know, look at that second one. This is what I suffer from, everybody, the multi-platform tax. That's why I can't respond to all of you, because I'm on so many platforms. That's my bad, and on me to figure that out in my schedule. But that's what we mean about multi-platform tax. We have to post here, do this. When do we actually get to stop and work in the business that we love instead of on the business of business, right? How many of you have said that? So the solution is Nano Banana just helps us scale a lot faster, which is what we need to be able to be good at. So I am not alone. Look at us all. We're all in great company here, right? So let's go into Nano Banana. Let's go and take a deep dive and take a quick look. First, So that you know, I want you to get to have some background. So remember, I'm not going to read the slides to you, but I like to pick out the high points, everybody. First, it's a text image generation. It helps, it understands images. So I love that it can screenshot things. So what I use my NanoBanana, actually Gemini most for, is just being able to look at something, review it, take a screenshot of it, tell me what's going on, and now let's make it better. Or let's give a good visual of this because I realized there's a step missing or there was a glitch in this happening. So it wasn't a clear roadmap of what needed to happen next. It's really good if you need assistance in all the things that we were talking about earlier, A, B, C, or D, which was all three of them, right, everybody? Even for visual prototyping, which is what I like to use it the best for. And I consider it that entrepreneur's best friend because it's not like an image background. Nano can swap it in 2 seconds, not in 2 minutes. So you see that. It does that smart summarization. Oh, I love that.